Hello everyone, it's Mel here from the Otago Pop-Up Job Shop team, and today with me I've got Prajesh from Otago Uni, or the University of Otago. Welcome Prajesh.
Thank you, Rush. Hello, everyone.
Hello. And can you tell us a
Yeah,
little, great, and can you tell us a little bit about the University of Otago?
sure. So the University of Otago is the oldest university in New Zealand. So it's been around for a very, very long time in terms of New Zealand context, I guess. It is a university that believes in education for everybody. So we want to invite people to come and study with us. We have undergrad degrees, so degrees that are pretty generic. We have specialist degrees, so your vocational pathways, and we have postgrad degrees as well. So depending on what level you are, whether you're a high school student or an adult learner or someone who wants to learn more and more and more because we love learning, you can come and study with us at the University of Otago. It is in Dunedin, as you all know. It is probably the southernmost university in the world, so it's pretty cool. And some pretty cool random facts for you. It is the 16th most beautiful campus in the world, which is awesome. And here's the most random fact about the University of Otago. It has been voted as the 6th best university surfing city in the world. How random is that?
Yeah,
Bring
nice.
it yeah, cool.
Cool. And
Awesome.
you talked a little bit there about the opportunities that you provide. So do you want to just elaborate a bit more on that?
Sure. So the beauty about university, I guess, is that you can come in with sort of an idea, and you might not have a cool idea where you want to end up going, or you might have an idea. So we'll go both ways. You have an idea of what you want to do. So say you want to be an accountant, a doctor, a lawyer, a surveyor, a pharmacist, a med lab scientist. You go, right, cool, this is what I want to do. You enter the pathway there and you're successful. That's your vocation. Happy days. Or you might come to university because you just want to learn, and you might be interested in art history or classics or accounting or philosophy. And you go, cool, I want to give this a go. And give it a crack, and you find your passion. The beauty of university is you find your passion because you're learning with a lot of leaders in their fields, but also a lot of other young people or older people that share the same passion for that particular subject area. So what does that mean for you at the end? It means that at the end you might have a Bachelor of Arts, a Bachelor of Science, or a Bachelor of Commerce, or a combination of those programs there, and you learn a lot of transferable skills. So what does that mean for you when you finish up and go to the job market? It means that when you go into an employer, they will go, right, cool, this young person or this person's gone to university, they've got the skill set, and how do these skills fit into our organization? And I think that's the beauty about university and Otago as well, specifically, I guess.
Yeah, nice. I like as well that university shows that you can learn, and it's that ongoing learning that, organizations love to see as well. It's really cool.
Totally. I mean, yeah, and like I said, Mel, before, is you find your passion, but you also grow your passion.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think you know what you want to do, but then, hey, you realize actually you might meet an amazing lecturer or an amazing fellow student who just diverts you a little bit, and you go, well, wait a minute, I didn't think about that, and you just switch totally, which is awesome about university.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Can you tell us as well why we should study instead of just going straight into a job? Or
Yeah, that is a fantastic question, and that's a fantastic question in the context of 2020. As we all know, sitting here in our Zoom sessions, that the world has changed with COVID, and it's going to be much harder for anybody to get a job next year or in the next few years, I guess. So this is the prime time to go to university to study. So what does it do for you? If you're a high school student, it gives you the chance to grow some skills, learn about university, and hopefully in 3 years' time, the market will have changed. It also means that within a university environment, as you know, universities are always leading the way. So we'll give an example. With the COVID situation, you have leaders like Michael Baker, David Murdoch, who are talking about the COVID in real time. So you're learning from world leaders. You might have people that are adult learners that don't have jobs at the moment for whatever reason. You can come to university and upskill or train skill, or even retrain. So that means when you come out on the other end, you are ready for the new market, I guess. Things like if you want to go on a gap year or you want to go to work next year, the job market is pretty tight. So you go, right, cool, this is a perfect time for me to just add value to myself as a person and then get out there into the market with I guess, applicable skills.
Yeah. And that's it. University can sort of guide you in what the future skills are going to look like.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Future demand, yeah. Cool. Now, what is it that students like about the Otago University? Obviously, there's quite a few universities in Dunedin, so what is it that makes Otago unique?
Yeah, so why Otago? So you've got Otago University and you've got the Polytech down the road, and they're both fantastic places. And I'm an Otago alumni, but so are you, Mel. So I'm going to ask you the question: why did you love Otago?
Yeah, okay, I can answer that. I loved Otago for the whole sort of lifestyle that it provided as well. And I also loved just being a student and always learning. You felt like every day you just were constantly like a sponge, always absorbing information. And the University of Otago is a beautiful campus. So
Yeah,
at the moment, all the blossoms are out and it's just in a really nice area. And I think the other cool thing is that it's sort of like you're in a wee bubble at the University of Otago. So you can walk to university, you know, everyone around you is students. So you're all sort of living the same lifestyle, which makes the whole experience of going to university even funner.
exactly. I resonate with all of those sentiments you mentioned, Mel. The one thing I want to mention about Otago University or the University of Otago is it is New Zealand's only true residential university. So like Mel said, we have a little bubble. Sounds like a bubble. The word bubble is used quite a bit these days. This is a positive bubble, okay? In this bubble here, you have a lot of young people, or a range of people that are studying within a university environment. And I've mentioned about university being great to learn of leaders and experts in the field, but I think the cool thing about university at Otago specifically is you're learning of others. You're learning about life. I always say to people that university, yes, you can learn in classrooms, but the biggest learning or the greatest learning you have at Otago specifically, I think, is you learn about yourself because of the people that you interact with. So there's a diverse range of people. How do we know that? Because most people that come to Dunedin are from out of Dunedin. So what does it mean for you? That means you could be in a classroom with someone that is from South Dunedin or from Kirikiri or from Gisborne or from Taranaki. You could have someone who is 17 years old or someone who is 35 years old, someone who's 40 years old. And that is the cool thing about university. You are going to be learning with a whole range of people. So yes, passion for the subject, but also getting to learn about different people. And I think Otago does that really well. Beautiful place, very passionate people that love what they're doing. And also, I personally think that we care for you as a person.
Mm.
And I think that is pretty unique. We care for, we get to know who Mel is, we get to know who Brajesh is, especially when you go further up in your programs. I think that's pretty unique and pretty awesome that we can do that. Mel, did you feel that? Did you feel that you, in your later years in your study, did you feel that the lecturers actually say, hey, Mel, we know who you are,
Yeah,
as
definitely.
opposed to a number?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And I've actually kept in touch with a lot of my lecturers now. And I remember the day that I found out I got a job out of university, my lecturer was really excited for me and ended up hugging me. And, you know, we celebrated together, which was really cool. I wasn't just a number. Yeah.
Exactly, which I think is pretty awesome. I think goes back to your question, why Otago? I think because Otago is a holistic approach. You learn well, you live well, and you feel well. Oh, that's a great motto right there, I think.
Yeah, it's really good. Cool. So if I'm interested in getting this whole experience, what's the entry requirements to get into university?
Cool, awesome, fantastic. So there's a couple of different requirements depending on where you are. So if you're a high school student, your requirement is for you to get university entrance, which I'm not going to say the numbers right now because it changes. It's changed them for COVID. But if you jump onto NZQA or if you go to your school, they'll tell you what it is. If you have finished up school with no university entrance and you still want to come to university and if you're under the age of 20, we have a pathway called discretionary entry. And again, that's on the website. And then if you're an adult learner, so if you're over 20 and you want to come to university, you can. We have various schemes. If you've got a qualification already, we'll use that and assess that. If you have no qualification and you still want to apply, we have a process called special admission. So there's different ways of you to getting, and we just judge you by what you have and what you tell us. And then if we think that if you're going to be able to succeed academically, because that's the most important thing for us, we want to make sure that when you come to university, you're going to succeed academically, because that's the most, we want to make sure that when you come, you're ready.
Yep.
And that's important. So yeah, we are pretty strict about that because we want to make sure you succeed.
Yep.
It's all about you as a person as opposed to us at the university, because it doesn't help anybody if you come to university not prepared and you don't do well, you lose out, we lose out, and it's not a happy ending for anybody. So we want to try and prevent that. Yeah.
Cool. And how do I find out more?
Cool. The best way is to jump onto our website, which is www.otago.ac.nz. Or you can we can call the university on the number 0800 80 80 98.
Awesome.
Or you
Easy.
can contact us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Thank you, Produce, for taking the time to have a chat to us today about the University of Otago. There's lots of insights there, which is, really cool. Thank you for sharing.
No worries. Thank you for having me, I guess. And yeah, hopefully we see some of you down in Dunedin at some point. The other thing I want to mention, sorry, can I just add? We've also got other campuses. So we've talked about Dunedin, but you might be a learner who wants to do postgrad study. We've also got in the health sector. We have a school in Christchurch and a school in Wellington. So you might go, actually, I'm in the health sector. I want to do I want to learn about public health. I want to learn about bioengineering. We do have schools in Christchurch and Wellington for you to check out as well. So it's not just Dunedin based, especially for our older learners who have already got qualifications.
Yep. Oh, that's really good to know. Thank you for sharing that.
Fantastic.
Cool. All
No
right.
worries.
Thank
Happy
you.
days.
See ya.